All right, y'all. We give praise, esteem, and honor to Abba and Shammai in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach today. And we're going to pick this up in John chapter 5, verse 39. Search the scriptures, but in them you think you have eternal life. And they are they which testify of me. And you will not come to me that you might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that you have not the love of Elohim in you. I come in Abba's name, you receive me not. And if another shall come in his own name, him you will receive. How can you believe which receive honor one from another, and not the honor that comes from Elohim only? Do not think that I will accuse you. The Abba is one that accused you, even Moses in whom you trust. Had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his writings, how should you believe my words? All esteem and praise to Abba and Shamayim in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Shalom, man. Yahuwah Baruch. Well, they say it's strong storms coming through, man. Hope they blow your black behind away. Take you away. You the wicked witch of the west. Don't look away. I can still see you. So this, I don't deny it. I'm a straight rider, and you don't want to mess with me. What you say? What? Nigga, I don't got no water. It's beet juice. I know you got AIDS, nigga. I'm not. Shalom, Jay. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe it's Maybelline. I ain't did enough. I don't need to do anything but stay black and die. You know what I'm talking about? He said it's 90 degrees out here. Woo woo. That's how it is here. Zara said it's 97 degrees in Texas. Better her than me. Hosea 2:14. Therefore, behold, I will allure her and bring her into the wilderness and speak comfortably unto her. And I will give her vineyards from thence and the valley of Achor for a door of hope. And she shall sing there as the days of her youth, as in the day when she came up out of the land of Mizraim. And it shall be in that day, saith Yahuwah, you shall call me Ishi, and you shall call me no more Belai. But I'll take away the names of Balaam out of her mouth, and they shall be no more remembered by their name. And in that day will I make a covenant for them, and with the beasts of the field, with the fowls of heaven, the creeping things of the ground, and I will break the bow and the sword and the battle out of the earth, and I will make them to lie down safely. And I will betroth you unto me forever. Yea, I will break the betroth you unto me in righteousness and in judgment and in loving kindness and in mercies. I will even betroth you unto me in faithfulness, and you shall know Yahuwah. Shall come to pass in that day, I will hear, saith Yahuwah, I will hear the Shamahim, and they shall hear the arats, and the earth shall hear the corn, the wine, and the oil, and they shall hear Jezreel. And I will sow in her unto me in the earth, and I will have mercy upon her that have not obtained mercy. And I will say to them which were not my people, you are my people, and they shall say, you are my Elohim. Shalom, Mika. Hosea 1 and 4. Well, 1 and 3.
So he went into Gomer, the daughter of Diblaim, which conceived and bare him a son. And Yahuwah said unto him, call his name Jezreel, for yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Jehu, and will cause to cease Malkuth for the house of Yasharal. And it shall come to pass at that day that I will break the bow of Yasharal in the valley of Jezreel. And she conceived again and bare a daughter. And Elohim said unto him, call her name Leruhamah, for I will no more have mercy upon the house of Yasharal, but I will utterly take them away. But I'll have mercy upon the house of Yehuda, and will save them by Yahuwah their Elohim, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen. Now when she had weaned Leruhamah, she conceived and bare a son. Then said Elohim, call his name Laumi, for you are not my people, and I will not be your Elohim. Yet the number of the children of Yasharal shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured, nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, you are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, you are the sons of the living Elohim. Then shall the children of Yehuda and the children of Yasharal be gathered together, and appoint themselves one head.
Appoint themselves what?
One head.
Uh-oh.
And they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel.
Now, tell them what head is there, man. See if it's Raj. So you got one chief. And you know what that takes us back to? What you seen in Ezekiel 37. What you seen in Ezekiel 37, Sid?
You'll combine the 2 sticks into one.
And they said you have one shepherd. Shalom, Mother Shalom. One shepherd. But see, let me tell you something. Verses 10 and 11. What do you espy there? What's occurring? Lady with the flowers on. You ain't even got no pink on. Why your hat pink? You got LA Dodgers colors on, but a mauve hat. Why? But it's mauve. What's wrong with her? What white woman told you that was acceptable?
Why are you messing with me today?
Why you responding? I mean, you deserve to be messed with. Don't try to hide now. Not necessarily the resurrection per se, but the coming of the Lord. Verse 11, more specifically. Read it again.
Then shall the children of Yehuda and the children of Yasharal be gathered together
And appoint themselves what?
one head.
And what's going to happen?
And they shall come up out of the land.
Come up out of the what?
Out of the land.
For greater be the day
of Jezreel.
I'm going to show you 2 things, man. 2 things real swift. You ready for it? You ready for it? Jeremiah 50 and 1. Matthew 25 and 31, I believe. Jeremiah 50 and 1.
The word that Yahuwah spake against Babylon.
What he said?
And against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare you among the nations and publish and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not. Say Babylon is taken. Bel is confounded. Merodach is broken in pieces.
Her idols
are confounded.
Her image
are broken in pieces.
Yes, sir.
For out of the north there come up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate.
Desolate.
And none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast.
Man and beast.
In those days and in that time, saith Yahuwah, the children of Yasharal shall come.
They.
And the children of Yehuda together.
Going.
And weeping.
And.
They shall go and
seek who?
Yahuwah their Elohim.
And they shall ask.
The way to Zion, where the faces there were saying, come and let us join ourselves to Yahuwah in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten.
Let us join ourselves to what?
Yahuwah in a perpetual covenant.
Let us join ourselves to who?
Yahuwah in a perpetual covenant
that shall not
be forgotten.
Hebrews 8 and 6. You can make it 8 and 3. Hebrews 8 and 3.
For every high priest is ordained to offer gifts and sacrifices, wherefore it is of necessity that this man have somewhat also to offer. For if he were on the rats, he should not be a priest, seeing that there are priests that offer gifts according to the law. Serve unto the example and shadow of heavenly things, as Moses was admonished of Elohim when he was about to make the tabernacle. For see, saith he, that you make all things according to the pattern showed to you in the mount. But now have ye obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant.
Of a better what?
Of a better covenant.
Peace, Brother Omar.
Which is established upon better promises.
Established upon what?
Better promises.
What else?
For that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second.
Now, I want you to keep this in mind of something that he read in Hosea chapter 1. Let me rehash it in your brain. Oh, I was in chapter 2, my bad. It's Hosea chapter 2. My bad. When he tells you that he will betroth you unto me in faithfulness and you shall know Yahuwah. So why is that important if it's a covenant built upon better promises? Well, go ahead and read that Hebrews 8 and what verse you in?
I just read 8 and 7.
Hebrews 8 and 7. Read it again.
It say, for if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no.
Read 6.
But now have he attained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant.
Of a better covenant built on what?
Which was established upon better promises. For if that first covenant had been faultless,
there had been no
place had been sought for the second.
What else?
For finding fault with them, he said, behold,
what he said?
Come, saith the Lord, but I'll make a new covenant with the house of Yasharal
and
with the house of Yehuda,
and
not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt,
and
because they continue not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord.
And
for this is the covenant that I'll make with the house of Yasharal after those days, saith the Lord.
What it is?
I'll put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I'll be to them an Elohim, and they shall be to me a people.
What else?
And they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. For all shall know me, from the least to the greatest.
Pause. Now he just said that he would betroth you unto him in righteousness, judgment, loving kindness, mercies, and faithfulness, and you would go on to do what? Now read 2 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 10.
For even that which was made esteemed had no esteem in this respect, by reason of the esteem that excelled. For if that which is done away was esteemed, much more that which remained is esteemed. Seeing then that we have such hope, we use great plainness of speech, and not as Moses, which put a veil over his face, that the children of the Asherah cannot steadfastly look to the end of that which is abolished. But their minds are blinded, for until this day remain the same veil, untaken away in the reading of the Old Testament, which is done away in the Mashiach.
What else?
But even until this day, when Moses is read, the veil is upon their heart.
Go ahead.
Nevertheless, when it shall turn to the Lord, the veil shall be taken away. Now the Lord is that Ruach, and with the Ruach of the Lord, there's liberty.
There's what?
There's liberty.
Now we just read something about that last night, did we not? You dropped the baby, boy? You dropped the baby? All right, you gotta do something with that, boy. Michael, your mama talking to you. Now, what did we read last night? Go to Psalm 89. Give me about verse 24, I believe. That's right, Quran. Go ahead.
It said, but my faithfulness and my mercy shall be with him.
Okay,
and
back
my
it up
name-
and start 22. We tried to hit it on the head. We didn't.
It said, the enemy shall not exact upon him.
There it is. The enemy will not what?
Exact upon him.
What does that mean? The enemy will not have any debt, tax, or obligation to him. Meaning he'd be free from the enemy. You free among the dead. The last enemy to be destroyed is death. He said the enemy will not exact upon him. And if the Son shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. So go back to where you was at. Shalom, Brother Robert. Where you was at?
2 Corinthians 3.
2 Corinthians chapter 3.
Verse 17.
Verse 17.
Say, now the Lord is that Ruach, and with the Ruach of the Lord, there is liberty.
Now, why is there liberty there? Tell them what liberty means by definition. This is part of this covenant, which is better, which would cause him to know you, for you to know him, because you would have experienced him.
That's Eleutheria. That's freedom.
Now, freedom from what? Well, let's look at Romans 8:1, just on the house.
There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in the Mashiach Yahushua, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Ruach. For the law of the Ruach of life in the Mashiach Yahushua had made me free from the law of sin. And
It
death.
made you what?
Have made me free from the law of sin and of death.
Tell them what free means now, man.
It's Eleuthero, to liberate, to exempt, to make free, to deliver.
To make exempt, to liberate, which is the same as liberty. Read it again.
Take for the law of the Ruach of life in the Mashiach Yahushua have made me free from the law of sin and death.
Now, what that's at in the law, said. You said the law, what?
Of the Ruach of life.
Where that's at in the law, said. You don't know?
Genesis 3 and 22.
What if I said you was wrong? How would you respond to that? You gonna let a nigga move you off your square?
No.
Ain't you a man, B?
I'm going.
You gonna let a nigga take your stuff, B? You dead out here, man. How you niggas looking for work in Queens, nigga? But indeed, why is that the case? Proverbs 13 and 12. But you tired, nigga? You let a nigga beat you up? Yeah, you let a white girl catch you for them cinnamon rolls and done a shelf. Pop, pop. You get that dozen. Baker's dozen. Let that white girl beat you up for them cinnamon roll. She said, ooh, these got sprinkles. I ain't paying her. Better get your money up front. You won't get beat up next time. Shoot. Clearly, think it's gonna swole you up.
No, I think it's my own time.
You might need to go to the gym with them boys, man. Get your hands up today. You can do what Mama Steph said to do. She said, take your hand right here, right? Next time you come and try to steal it, you got to hit him right here in the nose. Push it back. I'm trying to help you from not getting beat up.
I never got beat up. Like, not helping.
Like this here. I don't know. When y'all get kicked in the groin, does it hurt like when a man get kicked in the head? Because next time you make P10K, kick her in the coochie. To get a paw.
I never thought to kick nobody in the vagina. So I don't know.
It might hurt.
Maybe. Guess if you kick them hard.
You kick anybody hard enough, it's gonna hurt. But it's different if you kick a man in his testicles. It's over. He going down. Ain't no doubt about it. He's going down. Ain't no man can take a direct strike to his testicles. Even with a cuff on, he gonna flinch. If he ain't got nothing on, he going down. That's when you run. See, you gonna be like, yeah, nigga, you gotta get out of there. Because once it wear off, you gonna have to kick him again. You know what I'm talking about? See, you look like you want to stand there and be like them villains. And see, that's why you hurt. Because I kick you doing too much talking. You should have ran. You got out of there. You won't get beat up next time. Doris, you ever kick somebody in the balls? You ain't no real Brooklyn nigga. Thought y'all niggas scrap. Thought you a real nigga. That nigga ain't gonna fight. She gonna cry. I know Callie gonna kick the nigga in the nuts. She probably just punched the nigga in the mouth, bump all the nuts.
She got hands.
Pop, pop. That nigga going down. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't nothing wrong with it. Come on, where we at?
Proverbs 13 and 12.
Say lightning don't strike twice. Yeah. If you get him one time, you can't wait around and think you can kick him the second time. You gotta get on out of there. I'm telling you, if you kick him hard enough, he gonna be on the ground for 3 to 5 minutes. Very sensitive area. Somebody say, when somebody asks what's the capital of Thailand, you better cover up.
Oh,
That's what Quran said. All right, go ahead, man.
Say, hope deferred make the heart sick. But when the desire come, it is a tree of life.
And what are we desiring? Romans 8 and 22.
Say, for we know that the whole creation groan and travail in pain together until now. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Ruach, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit the redemption of our body.
Go ahead.
For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. But what a man see, why do he yet hope for?
Why he hope for it?
But if we hope for
Shalom,
that we
good
see
sir.
not, then do we with patience wait for it. Likewise, the Ruach also help our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Ruach itself make intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered.
So pause. That's what you go on to know Yahuwah. You go on to know life. Now you free from death. Now where we was at before? Oh, read me Jeremiah 50 and 5 one more time. Mama, Shalom said, could you speak louder, please, sir? Go ahead.
Say, they shall ask the way to Zion with their faces their words, saying, come and let us join ourselves to Yahuwah in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten.
Pause. And to a perpetual covenant. Tell them what perpetual means.
That's olam.
So that's continual, long lasting, everlasting. They said this is a covenant that'll not be forgotten. You have to realize the covenant you made with your forefathers is gone. That's forgotten. You know why it's forgotten? Because you broke it. Where were we at before Jeremiah 50?
I'll say 1-3. I know you call for Matthew 25.
Yeah, that's it. That's the other one too. 25 and 31.
Amen. Leave it alone.
Matthew 25 and 31.
Say, when the Son of Man shall come in his esteem, and all the Kadash Malachim with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his esteem. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats. He shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left.
What do you say?
Then shall the Malach say unto them on his right hand, Come, you Baruch of my Abba, inherit the Malkuth prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was a hungered, and you gave me meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. Naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we you a hungry, and when fed you or thirsty, and gave you drink? When saw we you a stranger, and took you in, or naked, and clothed you? Or when saw we you sick, or in prison, and came unto you? And the man shall answer and say unto them, Truly I say unto you, inasmuch as you have done it unto one of the least of these, my brethren,
You've done it unto me. Now we're reading that for the aspect of him gathering them into his kingdom. The sheep that's on his what hand?
Right.
On his right hand. Now, of course, you know further down, he tell the goats on the left hand, get ready to go to hell with the devil and his angels. Because that way you going. But that's the key component of one thing. Let's go back to Hosea chapter 1. Read verse 10 again, and then we'll get hightail over here to John chapter 1.
So yet the number of the children of Yasharal shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured, nor numbered, and it shall come to pass.
Now, you know that's in the law, right? We'll give you Genesis 13 and 16 from the law. This is for context more than anything. Revelation 7 and 8 on the flip side.
You want me to go there?
Genesis 13 and 16.
And I will make your seed as the dust of the rats, so that if a man can number the dust of the rats, then shall your seed also be numbered.
Now he said the children of Yasharal, which cannot be numbered nor measured. I think he said it again in Genesis 15. Let's take a look at that. Genesis 15. And tell me what verse 13 is. Matter of fact, just tell me what verse 6 is. Matter of fact, make it 3. I think I'm about to skip what I want.
And Abram said, Behold, to me you have given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is my heir. And behold, the word of Yahuwah came unto me, saying, This shall not be your heir, but he that shall come forth out of your own bowels shall be your heir.
Go ahead.
And he brought him forth abroad and said, Look now toward Shamahim and tell the stars, if you be able to number them. And he said unto him, So shall your seed be. And he believed in Yahuwah, and he counted it to him for righteousness.
This is a mass amount of offspring. Revelation 7 and 8.
Of the tribe of Zebulun were still 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph were still 12,000. And of the tribe of Benjamin were still 12,000. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
Ain't nobody blocking the mailbox, is it? No, because the mailman won't stop. I can't see. Just make sure. That nigga won't stop. That nigga will not get out of the car and walk around. They gonna drive right past that. Read it again.
And after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number.
Which no man could what?
No man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
Go ahead.
And cried with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our Elohim, which sit upon the throne, and unto the Lamb. And all the Malachim stood round about the throne, and about the elders, and the 4 beasts, and fell before the throne on their faces, and worshipped Elohim.
What else?
Saying, Blessing and esteem and wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and might be unto our Elohim forever and ever. Amen.
Go ahead.
And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, What are these which are arrayed in white robes, and whence came they? And I said unto him, Sir, you know. And he said to me, These are they which came out of great tribulation and have washed their robes and made them white
In the hoop.
in the blood of the Lamb.
Why?
Therefore are they before the throne of Elohim, and serve him day and night. And his temple, and he that sit on the throne shall dwell among them.
That's right.
They shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more,
Mhm.
neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat. For the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them, and shall lead them unto living fountains of water.
That's good. I just wanted to add all that just because. But that's establishing what you're seeing in them being numbered. But come back to Hosea 1 and 10 again. Go ahead.
Yet the number of the children of Yasharal shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, you are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, you are the sons of the living Elohim.
You are the who?
The sons of the living Elohim.
You are the who?
The sons of the living Elohim.
John 1 and 12. You can make it 1 and 9. John 1 and 9.
That was the true light, which light every man that come into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came into his own, and his own received him not.
Mm-hmm.
But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of Elohim, even to them that believe on his name, which are born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of Elohim.
Read verse 12 again.
But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of Elohim.
Now, if they received him, what are they receiving? We talked about this last night. If they receiving him, what are they receiving? I mean, we got to run it again. Nigga looking crazy. I know you going to summer school. How you fail summer school? You fail regular school, you fail summer school, you're going to flunk out. The nigga with Moab on him. Moab on him. That's who I'm talking to. Who failing in my classroom. You playing hooky and she failing. I don't know what you doing. You look like you could either go to the bathroom so you can smoke cigarettes. You leave this classroom to go smoke cigarettes? You go out there and smoke. What you smoking? Virginia Slims, Lucky Strikes, 305, Cowboy Killers. Oh, you just like a regular old Newport, huh? You want Cadillacs too, soft pack. Look at that. I think it's supposed to be Cadillac. Go ahead, man. But you know you got to be a real stressed out nigga to smoke a Newport 100, boy. Look at you talking about, yeah, I've been there. I smoked me a couple. Micah 69. Yeah, you gotta be real stressed out to smoke a one. Newport 100. You only get Newport 100s if they ain't have none in no shorts. Smoke a 100 cigarette. You ever seen Newport 100?
Yeah, my mom used to get.
That's
Like I said, if they ain't had no shorts, that's what she
yeah, you only get them when you like, boy, why you got them big old Cadillacs, man? Shoot, they ain't have no shorts. But if you talking about you going to the store purposely buying 100s, you stressed out. And you still smoking to the green line? You need to go get a therapy. You got a lot going on. Go ahead, man.
Say Yahuwah's voice cry unto the city, and the man of wisdom shall see your name. Hear you the rod, and who have appointed it?
Hear you the who?
The rod
And who have?
appointed it.
Deuteronomy 18 and 15. Oh, I know which one your daddy smoked. Your daddy smoked Newport shorts in the box. That's what a real nigga smoke. All real niggas get Newport shorts in the box. Old niggas do get soft pack. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas who work on cars, niggas have soft pack. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be stressed out though to get 100s. Or you really like smoking cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? My homeboy mama, she used to smoke Virginia Slims, but she never smoked the whole cigarette. You know what I'm saying? So we was like, man, we ain't had no weed or something. We already knew Mom Deuce got about 15 half of cigarettes in the ashtray in the car right now. You know what I'm talking about? Go in there and stack them hoes. Oh, man. That was a long time ago. God damn it. Yeah, you said that kitchen life would definitely have you out there. Now I can't see how you. Well, you used to smoke cigarettes, boy. Well, I didn't even think Sean smoked cigarettes, but yeah, working in that kitchen damn sure how you smoking cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Smoking weed, smoking every goddamn thing. Nigga, you'll smoke a rip out the back of that hole. If you don't know what that is, that's a hand roll cigarette. You just smoke whatever. You know what I'm talking about? See, you only smoke rips in prison.
Yeah.
Because Newports was expensive. That's the only thing in prison that I did that I ain't do on the street. Because I ain't smoke no damn top cigarette tobacco on the street. That junk probably killed a nigga lungs too, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no filter, nothing on that hole. That junk straight, rolling paper, and back.
Got buzz, huh?
You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting no buzz. Your lungs get destroyed. I tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Now I had bread to buy Newports, you know what I'm saying? So nigga, I keep me about 3-4 packs of posts in there. You know the tops. That's for my niggas. You know what I'm saying? You need a cigarette, boy. There's some cigarettes in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, them not gonna tops for like $1 a pack. You know, the posts going for like $3-4. You know what I'm saying? They can't smoke it all in there, though. Yo, them boys going through it. Nigga, suitcase and tobacco now. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I remember the goddamn punk who was in the dorm gonna say about to see the Newports in there, try to slide over there and get cuz you could buy a top.
No city.
No post, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You gotta be my nigga to get a post, boy. I ain't down with no punks. You know what I'm talking about? Get that punk a cigarette, boy, that's gonna be the end of it.
Boy, he coming up
Every day. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Then he gonna be like, I ain't got nothing to give you. I give you some butt. Now I gotta cut you. Yeah, man.
That's all I got to give.
Folks say if they cook ain't smoking, the food ain't good. That's what they say. Yeah, when I didn't have weed or a black cowboy, that boy out there smoking. That boy say he out there smoking Marlboros and American Spirit. Shoot. You know what nigga stressed out? They smoking black and they smoking to the plastic. That boy they're going through it. Look at Johnny. He just smoking like that just because. Look at that nigga there, boy. That boy, that's crazy.
Boy, smoke plastic, man.
That boy out here smoking plastic. Boy, that nigga look at that. Johnny is gone. No, man. That's still some smoke. That's plastic you smoking. Now, I knew a couple dudes used to smoke it to the plastic, boy. That junk gone, boy. Ain't nothing in there.
Wood tip with my mother was right.
Whoa, boy. Wood tip is wild. Wow. Say when your money was right. We ain't had no choice. We ain't had no choice. It was all plastic. You know what I'm saying? They had hell no, unless you smoke a half a Tampa.
Wood tips can't got lit.
Boy, I'm 45 years old. Boy, we from the 90s. Boy, wasn't no wood tips back then. Yeah, I know it. You still sitting on the toilet. You know what I'm talking about? Just learn how to pee straight. Yeah, man. Nah, but shoot, man. Yeah, 97, 90, man. They probably didn't come out with those until about the late 2000s, man. Ain't nothing fine about it. Nigga, we killing ourselves. Nigga, I'm glad my lungs might not never recover. You talking about 20 years of smoking. They might not never recover. It wasn't just weed. You gotta realize something, man. Oh, this is real talk, though. You said that upscale down in it. Oh, I believe it. Man, if you smoking marijuana, you smoking the resin from whatever tobacco leaf you using. You know what I'm talking about? You smoking Black and Mild. You smoking cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Marijuana do just as much damage, if not more, to your lungs than cigarettes. Maybe 2 to 3 times as much damage. You know what I'm saying? It just don't get recognized for doing the damage to your lungs like tobacco do. Man, that junk wreck your junk, boy. You know what I'm saying? And you hear all these stories about these young boys out here, man. You got dudes in their 20s, man. They taking blue chews and Hims and honey packs. You ain't supposed to be doing that young, bro. Your junk's supposed to work. You know what I'm saying? That's smoking, and I'm mentioning that because that smoking damages your arteries, man. It restricts your arteries. You know what I'm saying? So it causes the blood flow to not move. That's why people who smoke die from heart attacks and have strokes and all that type of stuff, man. That doesn't destroy your body, man. Say in hindsight, your body feels much smoother now. Oh, I know it do. Feel much better when you start smoking and drinking. Man, that junk destroy your body, bro. You know what I'm saying? But more importantly, like the alcohol do something different to you. But that smoking, the alcohol destroy your libido too, and it mess with your bloodstream and your blood vessel too. But that smoking though, that smoking can constrict all your blood vessels. All of them. You know what I'm saying? That's why the people used to think, we used to wonder how I was alive when I would get my blood pressure checked, because niggas smoking. That never was high. I already had high blood pressure, then you smoking. That's gonna shoot the sky high. Only other thing shoot your blood pressure up is stress. That's why he had to have them amputations. He already had bone cancer, but his circulation became bad. Yeah, man, smoking destroy your body, bro. That's why I don't know what he do to my smoking all that weed. That weed do the same thing to your body that them cigarettes do, because it's smoke. The only difference between the weed and the tobacco is they ain't got all them extra additives and preservatives that them crackers sprinkle on that tobacco, because that's not straight tobacco leaf niggas smoking. Like nicotine is not a part of it. You could go get you a tobacco leaf right now, dry them out, break them up like you would some weed and smoke them, and that junk is not going to hit you like you would if you went to the store and bought a cigarette. Because tobacco don't got nicotine in it like that. They add that junk. They added it so you keep coming back.
They got the vapes now too.
Yeah, them niggas dying from that. Because they got additives in there. How could vapor? You're talking about water vapor. How does water vapor kill you? That means they putting stuff in that.
They said lungs full of fluid.
Yeah, because they putting something in there. But I don't understand the point of walking around blowing out vape. You might as well win and smoke. You thinking, oh, this is better than smoking. No, it's not. You still finna die. That done tripped me out, man. Niggas walk around here vaping. Peace, Joseph, man. Come on, bro. Seriously, though.
Deuteronomy 18 and 15.
Yes, sir.
It say, Yahuwah your Elohim will raise up unto you a prophet from the midst of you of your brethren, like unto me. Unto him you shall hearken. According to all that you desire of Yahuwah, your Elohim in Horeb, in the day of the assembly, saying, let me not hear again the voice of Yahuwah my Elohim. Neither let me see this great fire anymore, that I die not. And Yahuwah said unto me, they have well spoken that which they have spoken. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren like unto you, and will put my words in his mouth. He shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die.
So good. Now that's where you get into hearken to his voice, correct? What was that in Jose? Where we read that from? But what did we read that from when we were coming out of that? From Jose, not Jose, but from the Deuteronomy 18 and the
Micah 6 and 9.
something else before that though. You got records. No, that wasn't. I can't remember. But nevertheless, we're just dealing with the aspect of this person has to be heard. Go back to Hebrews 8, man. Make sure we finish that out, man. Pick me up 8 and 8 like the Dallas Cowboys. Say my mate stopped smoking and started vaping instead. He say he coughs more. His chest feels worse now than on the vape. I believe it. But no, I was just watching something. They were talking about all these young boys and all the stuff they got to take. And, boy, you in your 20s, you ain't supposed to need all that. They are destroying their body, man. By the time they get my age, they're going to be a broke down dog, man. Them boys going to be done. No, a lot of them probably gonna die much younger, especially if they took that doggone vaccine, because they said that junk restricted niggas' arteries too. I mean, you got to realize something, that COVID vaccine was experimental. So they really didn't know what that junk was gonna do to people's body. They'll try to say it's misinformation and this, that, there, and the third, but the reality is, if you put out a vaccine without going through the proper trials, which if you strip away all your conspiracy theory thought process and just look at it from a practical sense, if everything was above board and up, you really didn't have the time to trial it out, because you literally had a virus running rampant, you know what I'm saying, taking people out. But usually a vaccine take a few years before you could use them. So you ain't know what you were taking. You know what I'm saying? I don't take vaccines, period, personally. So that was never a concern for me. You know, some people feel like them vaccines killing people. You know what I'm saying? It's all a personal preference. You used to vape, weed, smoke blacks. God damn. I told about it. Man, there's one thing, right? You see a woman smoke weed, you'll be like, all right. Smoke a black, you kind of disturbed. Smoke a cigarette, you disgusted. You know what I'm saying? Man, you see a nice looking woman, man, she go on her doggone person and pull out a cigarette. That's a race to pretty. You know what I'm saying? Ashtray mouth looking hoe. You know what I'm talking about? Man, sit here, look at this beautiful woman. Her mouth smell like an ashtray. You know what I'm saying? Blacks don't have your mouth smelling like an ashtray per se. It still be stinking. You know what I'm talking about? But cigarettes though, that's something different. Slow on about the Ernest, man. I don't know nothing about no GLP drug. Indeed, Joseph. And I'm just saying that because, you know, they'll like to take your video down talking about misinformation. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the fact of it. They didn't have a clinical trial when they put that vaccine out. No clinical trials last a couple years. You know what I'm saying?
Make a vaccine in 6 months.
No, but like I said, under the circumstances,
I understand.
I do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely, I wouldn't have took it, and I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't have took it anyway. They could have had a trial. Look at you. You were ready to take it. You were scared. Scared. I don't want COVID. What if I can't smell nothing? You ain't had no COVID, nigga. No, look at you. So you admit that you a virus spreader. Joanne, somebody in there. Somebody in there. Just passing it around. Yeah. You knew you was sick, nigga, but you breathing on people. Wicked, man. Tell her again, Cal. Ain't nobody know till after the fact. We ain't know. You a criminal. Felonious activities. Oh, so you acknowledging you had AIDS?
No, I said that you don't have it. You can't go to jail for nothing.
No. Mika said 2 times she had COVID. She could smell. Come on, bro.
Say for finding fault with them, he said, "Behold, the days come,
You see
saith
the
the
light
Lord,
on, bro.
when I will make a new covenant with the house of Yasharal and with the house of Yehuda, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord. For this is the covenant that I'll make with the house of
Bird, come here, boy.
Yasharal. After those days, saith the Lord, I'll put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I'll be to them an Elohim, and they shall be to me a people."
Man, take that off your hat, man. You look like you look country, man. What you got going on, blood? Go ahead.
"And they shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for all shall know me from the least to the greatest. For I'll be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more."
Back to John 1 and 12. Hold on, read the last part. I'm sorry.
"And that he saith, A new covenant, he have made the first old. Now that which decay and wax old is ready to vanish away."
It's ready to what?
Vanish away.
Now to go to John 1 and 12. So I was always thought that upper respiratory infections of any origin can have an effect on your senses temporarily. I agree. I ain't no expert, But I done had a couple of times or two. Now, John 1 and 12.
But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of Elohim,
That name.
even to them that believe on his name.
Oh, that's the part we were dealing with. The received. That's what it was. Now you see, what is it that they received? Look at John chapter 17. John chapter 17 and verse 9. John 17 and 9.
I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which you have given me, for they are yours. And all mine are yours,
down.
And yours are mine, and I am esteemed in them. And now I am no more in the world.
Hey, come on over here, Bird. Hey, man, don't come over here with that. Where you had at? Go get it. Don't come over here with that. Fix your face and get your emotions together. Cut it out, bro. What you crying for?
Stop. Stop. You should be safe. Fix the face.
Come here, son. Come on, sit right here. What you looking ugly for? Hey, I'm talking to you. What you looking ugly for? Does it belong to you? Hold on. Does it belong to you? Do you get to dictate what belongs to somebody else? That's not the point. Does it belong to you? Let me see this hat. Would you like if I just took your hat and say I had it first, but this your hat? Would you care for that? Huh? So you let another nigga take your stuff then and tell you what they gonna do with your stuff. That's what you telling me? Man, you can't do that, bro. That's not yours, bro. You don't get to dictate what belongs to somebody else, man. You tripping. Man, chill out, man. Fix your face. I told you to come out of here to refrain yourself from any other altercations. But if you like to endanger yourself and getting chastised, by all means, sir, then go ahead and do so. You can go back over there. Which one would you like to do? I didn't say get in trouble. I said to get chastised. That means get some manner of instruction that you probably particularly wouldn't care to receive at this particular time. Now, you can either sit right here with me, or you can go back over there and roll the dice. Which one you want to do? All right. Go ahead.
And now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world, and I come to you, Kadash Abba. Keep through your own name those to whom you have given me, that they may be one as we are. While I was with them in the world, I kept them in your name.
I kept him in your what?
In your name.
Now, what does that mean to keep him in your name? I just want to make sure you remember that. What does that mean? I go back to the Exodus 34 and 6. He kept him in the mercy, the grace, the gentleness, the goodness, the forgiveness. He kept him in that. Continue.
That I kept them in your name. Those that you gave me, I have kept, and none of them is lost, but the son of perdition, that the scripture might be fulfilled. And now come I to you, and these things I speak in the world, that they might have my joy fulfilled in themselves. I have given them your word, and the world have hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. I pray not that you should take them out of the world, but that you should keep them from the evil. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through your truth. Your word is true. As you have sent me into the world, even so I have also sent them into the world. And for their sakes I sanctify myself, that they also might be sanctified through the truth. Go ahead. Neither pray I for these alone, but for them also which shall believe on me through their word.
Through their what?
Through their word.
Now get me John 16 and 26. What y'all doing to that baby?
So at that day you shall ask in my name, and I say not unto you that I will pray the Abba for you. For the Abba himself loved you, because you have loved me, and I have believed that I came out from Elohim. I came forth from the Abba, and am coming to the world again. I leave the world and go to the Abba. His disciples said unto him, Lo now, speak you plainly, and speak no proverb.
Now, the point that we're trying to make is the receiving of his word. So you can't receive. See, we were talking to a gentleman yesterday. That nigga was tripping. Because he told us he was a prophet. Which I ain't got no problem with that. But if somebody tell you they're a prophet, what are you supposed to do? Don't worry. John will tell you. 1 John 4:1. This is what you're supposed to do if somebody. You're not just supposed to believe somebody and say to me, I got the Holy Ghost. Everybody say that, man. Man, you can say whatever you want, nigga. Where's the proof? And I'm going to tell you something because he's about to read this in 1 John. Anybody who is of God will have no problem with producing the evidence of what it is that they say they possess, claim, or do. If somebody starts to get offended or believes that you should believe they're a prophet or have the Holy Ghost simply because they say it, that's proof positive that God ain't with them. Because what does John tell you to do? Let's see. 1 John 4:1.
Say, beloved, believe not every ruach.
Believe not what?
Every ruach.
Tell him what believe means. Buddy was getting hot. You know how he said we supposed to believe he was a prophet? Because his granddaddy said he was special. Nigga, I don't want to hear that. Nigga say he got the Holy Ghost at 19 while he was selling dope. Straight out of jail. Get the hell out of here, bro. I told him this here, man. There's no disrespect. I told him I'm not disrespect. Man, I'm not telling nobody no lie. But this is what I'm going to tell you. The book says this is how you can tell 1, 2, and 3. Stuff should line up with 1, 2, and 3. If you telling me you got 14, 15, and 16, nigga, you lying. Because he said 1, 2, and 3. When he said he was a prophet, you know the first thing I asked him, right? I said, did he appear to you in a vision or a dream? He said, no. Then you ain't no prophet then. No. I say, nah, bro. We can't say we believe this book and what's written in it. And then when you make a claim, you can't show forth the evidence. Listen, man. We ain't talked about this in a long time. I'm not going to go into this in great detail, but you're supposed to be able to test and prove anybody at any time that says I'm an apostle, prophet, pastor, evangelist, teacher, any of that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got the Holy Ghost? There's a way for you to know. Nigga can't say he got the Holy Ghost and the evil is hell. Nobody who got the Holy Ghost is contentious. Nobody who got the Holy Ghost out here committing sin. They're not doing none of that. Junk sound good when you don't know no better. All you got to do is go by the word. He say, by the what you gonna know and see? Shoot, that's all. If you don't see the fruits of that man's spirit, then guess what? Boy, you ain't got that, boy. What you know is not evidence and proof that you got that. How do we know that? Because he said, we did many wonderful works in your name. We cast out devils. And he said, depart from me, you work of iniquity. I never knew you. So just because you feel like when you able to work miracles, that don't mean that man know you. Because if he don't know you, guess what that means for you? You don't know him. That means you ain't experienced his mercy. You ain't experienced his grace. You ain't experienced his long suffering. You ain't experienced his forgiveness. That's what you have to experience first. Everybody wants the experience to be supernatural. But when the apostles first experienced him, they didn't experience any of that. They experienced him coming in his Father's name. They didn't get the works of miracles till later. And what did he tell them? He said, don't rejoice because the spirits are subject unto you. He said, rejoice because of what? Your name written in heaven. But what do people get happy about? Their ability to do something. Because you really want to bring some manner of attention to you. Yeah, that's what he said. He got the spirit while he was in. So he was 19, fresh out of jail. I said, did you know some word? He said, no, I ain't know none. I said, nigga, how? See, people get upset when you ask them type of questions, but bro, you're supposed to. That's your soul. How many of y'all done heard people say, you hear people say, my people told me I was going to be a pastor and this, that, there, and the third. Your people could have told you a lot of things. Some of y'all people told you were smart. They lied to you. Some of y'all people told you were dumb. They lied to you. You know what I'm saying? Some people got ugly children and tell them they handsome every day. They know that little boy ain't handsome. They know that. They know that little girl ugly. It's just not appropriate to say something. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know full well you done went somewhere and be like, in your mind, damn, that's an ugly little girl. You ain't gonna say it out loud. Hey, that's a funny looking boy. Damn, that little boy stupid. Damn, I feel for him. So you ain't never been nowhere and seen a little stupid little boy. So you ain't never went nowhere and thought to yourself, damn, that little boy dumb. You ain't been around enough children. Sometimes you look at your own children and question, damn, I hope he don't grow up and be stupid. You know what I'm saying? And if you think it, and if you ain't, you lying. You know what I'm saying? That's if they show certain things, you look at them like, damn, I hope that boy don't grow up and be stupid. It could be, I hope he don't grow up and be a fighter. So I hope Joanne don't keep going with that bullying. Somebody gonna beat her up. She gonna come home crying, Daddy, but you should have left people alone. I've been telling you, you didn't listen. Now look at you. Your eye leaning, your nose bleeding. Should have ducked. You know what I'm saying? What do you say? You should have bobbed and weaved. You know what I'm saying? Do your counter punch. Should have jabbed. Hit the hook to the body. You were playing.
Perry.
You know what I'm saying? Perry, you know what I'm talking about? Better clinch. Do something. But nah, seriously though, man. You know what I'm saying? Bro was tripping. Because he was on some basically, you should believe me because I said something. No, you're not supposed to. And I'll read you where Paul, they examined Paul like you're supposed to do this. There's nothing wrong with that. The Lord got examined. You think he cared? He did. 1 John 4:1.
My word for believe is pisuo, that is to have faith in, upon or with respect to a person or thing. That is to entrust, to commit to trust, to put in trust with, to believe.
So to believe, so effectively, when you listen to it, you're putting into trust in this individual. Come to 2 Chronicles 20 real quick. Let me make sure that's the right one. Might be first one. Hey, little boy, what's wrong with you, boy? Making all that noise. Nobody want to hear that. You know all that noise, boy. Come on, yeah, I was right the first time. 2 Chronicles 20 and 18. You got your chain on? Let me get that chain, B. Let me get that chain, bud. Let me get that, man. Get that up off what you got in your pockets, man. Yeah, let me get that chain, bro. Sit. Chain. 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 Go ahead.
That in Yehoshaphat bowed his head with his face to the ground, and all Yehuda and all the inhabitants of Jerusalem fell before Yahuwah, worshiping Yahuwah. And the Levites of the children of the Kohathites and of the children of the Korites stood up to praise Yahuwah Elohim Yasharal with a loud voice on high. And they rose early in the morning and went forth into the wilderness of Tekoa. And as they went forth, Yehoshaphat stood and said, Hear me, O Yehuda and you inhabitants of Jerusalem. Believe in Yahuwah your Elohim.
Believe in who?
Yahuwah your Elohim.
And?
So shall you be established. Believe his prophets, so shall you prosper.
Now what does believe here?
Aman.
What that is?
To be faithful. To trust or believe.
So again, you're trusting this individual work for God, and that's the point. So you need to prove them, to test them, to make sure that they do. Just because you say you do, don't mean you do. Just because you can recite some precepts back, that doesn't mean anything. 1 John 4:1 again.
Beloved, believe not every ruach, but try the ruachs whether they are of Elohim.
Now try is the test. Why?
Because many false prophets are going out into the world. Hereby know you the ruach of Elohim. Every ruach who confess that Yahushua Mashiach is come in the flesh is of Elohim.
He said this was one of the tests. But how would you be able to confess that he came in the flesh? How would you be able to do that? Because anybody could just say he came in the flesh, correct? Now go to Romans 10 and 9. Romans 10 and 9. Make it 7. Get that chain, B. And I got a couple of dollars for it, man. I got $20 for it, man.
I don't do candle work. I don't do candle work.
You don't what?
I don't do candle work.
You don't.
I'm never going to do keep doing anything you want, but you're not getting this shit.
I got $50.
So?
I got 100.
So?
I got 100 right now, man.
So? I don't need it.
10,000.
I don't what I need.
Well, if somebody offered you $10,000 for that chain and you kept it, boy, you could buy 5 chains. You tripping. You know what I'm talking about? Got to teach you the art of negotiation and value of what you got. Unless it's sentimental. Who bought you that chain? Your grandma bought you that chain?
My dad.
Oh, it means something to you, huh? Well, somebody offered you $500 for that chain, you get that one right now. I can buy 2 of them and still have a couple dollars left over. You'll learn, son. Come on.
It said, or who shall descend into the deep? That is to bring up Hamashiach again from the dead. But what saith it?
See, that go what we read in Proverbs 30. Come on.
Say, but what saith it? The word is near you, even in your mouth and in your heart.
The word is where?
In your mouth and in your heart.
It's near you. That you might what?
And it's a word of faith which we preach.
Go ahead. What
that
I'm talking about was in Deuteronomy 30. That you might do it. Go ahead.
That if you shall confess with your mouth that the Lord Yahushua and shall believe in your heart that Allah has raised him from
Shalom,
dead,
Brother Craig.
you shall be saved.
Now, how do you believe that? He said, if you believe in your heart that he rose him from the dead, how do you believe that? Not just with that, but read me 1 Corinthians 15:1 real quick. Now I just realized, well, yeah, John 7:39. Just realized part of my brain was that say it's gonna say the same thing.
Say, moreover, brethren, I declare unto you the gospel which I preached unto you, which also you have received, and wherein you stand.
Correct, sir.
By which also you are saved, if you keep in memory what I preached unto you.
If you keep in what?
In memory.
Now, memory, at least Hebrew would be zakar if you remembered it. Go ahead.
What I preached unto you, unless
Correct,
you
sir.
have believed in vain. For I delivered unto you, first of all, that which I also received, how that Hamashiach died for our sins according to the scriptures. And that he was buried, and that he rose again the third day.
He rose from the dead according to the what?
To the scriptures.
According to the what?
The scriptures.
To the what?
The scriptures.
Okay.
And that he was buried, and that he rose again the third day according to the scriptures. And that he was seen of Cephas, then of the 12.
According to the scripture, John 7:37. Hey, cuz, why I can see the top of your pectorals? You need to fix your shirt. Your collar getting lazy. Don't pull it like that. That's gonna make it lazy. Who you with, man? You work for Miami Vice? You with a Hawaii 5-0? You a sidekick to Magnum PI? You want to do? Well, you tripping? There's men right here, bro. Wow. Come on, man. John 7:37.
Saying the last day, that great day of the feast, Yahushua stood and cried, saying, if any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink. He that believe on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Now, how could a person receive the Ruach HaKodesh and they had never heard of the man? Because this is what he said, because you'll have Bruce tell you you get it from keeping the law. That's not what this man said. Read it again.
He that believe on me.
Now pause. I just want you to know something. This is not my personal opinion. This is what the man said. Take that up with him when you see him. You know what I'm talking about? Because some people feel like, oh, that's your understanding. There's no understanding to have. This is what the man said. Plain, direct. There's nothing that you got to open up to unlock. He's very plain and direct in his speech, right here, is he not? John 7:37.
In the last day, that great day of the feast, Yahushua stood and cried, saying, if any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink.
He
that believe on me, as the scriptures have said,
out of his belly
shall flow rivers of living water.
This spake he
of the Ruach, which they that believe on him should receive.
And again, if they believe on him, they're receiving him according to the what? The word. So how can you believe and receive someone you've never heard of? Which what Romans 10 tell you. That's impossible. Listen, when you come over on the New Testament side of things, but even with people on the Old Testament side of things, there's not a single solitary person that the Spirit fell on who did not believe. You know what I'm saying? At all. And I'm talking about post-Pentecost. When Peter went and preached to them Gentiles, he preached the word to them people. They believed and the Spirit fell on them. You just don't wake up one day and you got the Spirit on you. And now you get the Spirit on you, you go to searching after God. Nigga, stop lying. Even Saul ain't get the Spirit like that, did it? There was a parameter set up because he was going to be king. You got people telling you, man, I was this or that. I was born with it. You know what I'm talking about? How you born with it? You ain't never heard the word. You comparing yourself to John the Baptist. You're not John the Baptist. For real, bro. John the Baptist is the only person that you read of plainly that said he was born with it. Now, with the Lord, it's implied. You know what I'm saying? It don't say that. That's why you'll have people arguing about he wasn't born with it. How can the man be 12 years old, sitting in the temple, you know what I'm talking about, teaching better than the men who grown, and he wasn't born with it? You know what I'm saying?
They were astonished.
They were astonished. They look at when the Spirit fell on him when he got baptized. They don't understand that's for the purpose of him facilitating of working in the priest's office. You know what I'm talking about? But that's another conversation for another day. Like I said, that's something that's implied. That's something if you have understanding, you know he was born with it. But with John the Baptist, it plainly say that. And he's the only person in the text where you read that he was born with it. Adam wasn't even born with it. When he formed Adam from the dust of the ground, he didn't give him that. He gave him the breath of life. He wasn't even made with it. Now, this is the question. Why did John the Baptist need to be born with it? Read that for him. Luke chapter 1. Hey, man, you got the man business all out in the street? I mean, goddamn, I look up and come on. Help my man's out. Say facts with the priest office, you can see the yes. You know, your Exodus 29 and 30. But what I just asked? Why Luke 1 and what? I did. Tell me what 12 says.
And when Zacharias saw him, he was troubled, and fear fell upon him. But the Malachim said unto him, Fear not, Zacharias, for your prayer is heard, and your wife Elizabeth shall bear you a son. You shall call his name John. And you shall have joy and gladness, and many shall rejoice at his birth. For he shall be great in the sight of the Lord, and shall drink neither wine nor strong drink. He shall be filled with the Ruach HaKadosh, even from his mother's womb. And many of the children of Yasharal.
Now that's where you see that at. Now the question is, why did he have to be filled with it from the womb? Why? Now, of course, you see a parallel with John the Baptist's parents. Does anybody know what that parallel is? You parallel Paul? Or you ghost ride the whip? Samson is a part of it, but that's not the parallel to his parents. No, he mentioned Samson because of him being a Nazarite from the womb. But he's not a parallel to Samson's parents. Elizabeth and Zechariah are not a parallel to Samson's parents.
What was the question?
Who does John the Baptist's parents parallel? Everybody's mentioning Samson, but they don't parallel Samson's parents. That's what Mother Sharona just said, and they don't parallel Joseph and Mary either. You might need to go back and y'all might want to examine chapter 1 and read about John the Baptist's parents real quick, and then maybe it'll stand out then. Who said Samuel, but Sean just said it parallels Abraham and Sarah. Elizabeth was past birthing age. She was past birthing age. Go ahead and read that for him, man. 1 and 4. Luke. The difference is with Samuel, Hannah prayed for Samuel. Elizabeth did not do that. With Joseph and Mary, it's not the same because Elizabeth wasn't a virgin. Obviously, because you better hear that she was old. Samson's parents did not pray for a child, but the Malachim visited and told them that their child would be a Nazarite. So John the Baptist would be more in line with, say, Samson in that regard, but not his parents. You know what I'm talking about? Go ahead. Luke 1 and 4.
So that you might know the certainty of those things wherein you have been instructed. It was in the days of Herod, the king of Judea, a certain priest named Zacharias of the course of Abia, and his wife was of the daughters of Aaron, and her name was Elizabeth. And they were both righteous before Elohim, walking in all the commandments and ordinances of the Lord blameless. And they had no child because that Elizabeth was barren, and they both were now well stricken in years.
She was what?
Barren.
And well what?
Stricken in years.
So they're in that's Sarah. Along them lines. You know what I'm saying? Now, why is that important where you have a parallel? Because this is a promised seed that she gonna get. But now we're back to this question at hand. Why does John the Baptist need to be born with the Ruach HaKodesh?
He had to prepare the way and have the people repent.
Because he the one prepping the way. Read John 1 to 25. That means he had to have elements of understanding of the testimony to come. You know what I'm saying? He had to have that. If he didn't have that, how would it be possible for him to do his job? Also, there's another point. We didn't read it in Luke, but it says that John the Baptist is coming in the power and spirit of who? Elijah. Because what does Malachi tell you? That the coming of the great day of the Lord won't come till Elijah comes. And he told you if you will receive it, Elijah has come already. And he was referring to John the Baptist. You know what I'm talking about? It might be something different because they were both Nazarites. Oh, grab that real quick. No, I'm strictly talking about his parents. Yeah, just his parents. Oh, you talking about? I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's something different. Go ahead. No, you mean Sir saying 2 and 35.
So now raise me up a faithful priest that shall do according to that which is in my heart and in my mind, and I will build him a sure house. He shall walk before my anointed forever.
Yeah, that's the Lord. Yeah, but you turn around to this one here. What that is, 2 Chronicles 15 and 1. And then Hosea chapter 3, verse 5. 15 and 1, I believe. What you over there cheesing for, boy? You get that chain, blood.
Saying the Ruach of Elohim came upon Azariah, the son of Oded, and you went out to meet Asa and said unto him, hear you me, Asa, and all Yehuda and Benjamin, Yahuwah is with you while you be with him. And if you seek him, he will be found of you. But if you forsake him, he will forsake you.
Go ahead.
Now for a long season, Yasharal had been without the true Elohim.
And
without a teaching priest. And
without a who?
Without a teaching priest.
Without a who?
Without a teaching priest. Without law.
But
when they in their trouble did turn unto Yahuwah Elohim and Yasharal and sought him, he was found of them.
Tell them what a priest is. Yes, being born with the Spirit is definitely different because you're going to be born with an understanding of things that other people weren't taught. That's why I say John the Baptist is the only person you read in the text who was born with it. Like, plainly. You know what I'm saying? Like when they tell you Jeremiah was ordained from the womb, it don't tell you he was born with it. Could you imply that? Possibly. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look at Samuel and Samson, it don't say they were born with it. You know what I'm saying? But there was a word spoken of what they would do when they came of age. But with John the Baptist, it says that plainly. You know what I'm saying? And he's the only person in the word who said that. Because people will tell you that I was born with it. Or like he said, I got it in this situation and that situation. And that don't line up with the word, bro. He set him apart to do a job, or I appointed you to be a prophet. You know what I'm saying? So you have different words. When you got ordained, and the Hebrew word for ordained is escaping me at this moment. That's different. Because then you'll have, like you say, sanctified. Okay, I set you apart for this cause. You know what I'm saying? And you could be set up for that cause and then be filled with the Spirit at a later time. But it say with John the Baptist, he was born with it. Shalom, Queen, man. You know what I mean? So, isn't that the same place people use to say most people? I don't know why a lot of people say Moses and Elijah are the two witnesses. I know I can understand how they came to that conclusion. You know what I'm talking about? But, you know, the text don't say that plainly. But I understand why people come to that conclusion. Along with them, probably with them being the two that manifested at the transfiguration. You know what I'm saying? But like specifically and directly, I can't recall off the top of my head why people come to that conclusion. But we didn't talk about that before. I can see why they come to that conclusion. I just can't say that's Moses and Elijah because it don't say that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't ridicule nobody who do or be like, oh, this nigga's dumb. Like, I can see why you would come to that. Go ahead. Say, when the Ruach comes, he'll testify me to repeat the testimony throughout the volume of the book. You'd have to be shown it by the Ruach or some. Indeed, you and either way, you would have to know the word. So it's telling you John the Baptist is filled with the Spirit. He know the word before he's born. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say you know that the Lord had it in the womb. It just doesn't implicitly and say that. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you can see that later that you have understanding. You can see, okay, he was born with that. You can't be 12. Look here, man, Joseph ain't that wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, we were talking about that yesterday. Shalom, Brother Margaret, man. And I was like, you know, the book don't say train up a child in the way that he should go for nothing. Yes, the Lord had the Spirit and he had the word. But to be a leader, you have to follow first. He followed his father for 30 years. Living in that time period is not like living in America now. Men just not just separate from their daddy when they turned 18 and say that they were grown. They still hearken to their father even at 30. And it said that this man was a carpenter, the same occupation as his father. So that means if you don't think that his father sat him down, Shalom, Sister Gwen, and taught him X, Y, Z, and crafted some form of leadership in him from the natural side, then you kind of slow. But I think most people look at that because they want to diminish the importance of what a father's going to give to his son. Now, of course, can Joseph give what his father in heaven is going to give Yahushua? Of course not. But you have to remember, they did not know who he was or see any of that. Them people, come on, man, they say Mary heard them sayings elated in her heart. She didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? People read these stories and they think Mary and Joseph and everybody knew what was going on. Man, them people didn't look at him and say, this is the Son of God. When that man got ducked off at 12, they like, man, why you doing us like that? We worried about you. They hear him in here cutting these men up with this word, man. When I say cutting them up, meaning cutting to their heart. You know what I'm saying? He piercing them to their soul with the answers and questions that he asking them. To the point that these men are astonished. They looking at, boy, what's going on? That's what I was telling my dog yesterday, man. He wasn't trying to hear that, though. You know, teaching alone does not make you an effective leader. You know what I'm talking about? There's many aspects to leadership, man. Many. At least 16 to 20.